I'll tell you what's been on my mind.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you're here. My name's Leslie and you are in my kitchen down on the farm. Let me tell you, the zucchini is probably the world's most versatile vegetable there is. So let me tell you exactly what we're going to do. Zucchini takes on the flavor of whatever you cook it in. If you need to bulk up or you're trying to get some vegetables in, zucchini is an awesome way to do it. You can add zucchini to your spaghetti sauce and you never know what's in there. You can add it to your meatloaf and you never know what's in there because it takes on the flavor of what it's with. So we're going to do something super fun with this zucchini. But first, I've got to peel it. I've washed it. I got to peel it and make sure there's not any really big seeds in it. Let me just tell you what we're going to make with it. We're going to make mock pineapple. Mock pineapple with a zucchini. So come on, let's do this. And let me tell you, I already know it tastes just like pineapple because I've done this before. I've not done it in this way, but I have done pineapple zucchini before and it is delicious. So we're going to do it a little bit differently and it'll have a different way of being used. It's going to be used differently. So come on, let's do this. I'm going to peel this, and the ones I have I've washed up, so I'm going to peel them and make sure there's not any big seeds in them, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so let me just show you these three that I've done so far. I have several more to do, but I thought I'd show you these. This is the perfect size, and it's okay if you leave some of the green on. It's okay. So I'm just basically going to cut this down in half, and there's some small seeds, but not terrible. Let's take a look at this big one, or bigger one. Okay, so I'm going to cut it in quarters, and not really many seeds in that either. So, these are perfect. This size of zucchini. I don't know about you guys, but zucchini, we always have an enormous amount of zucchini. Always. And, I never know what to do with it all. I always feel like I have some go to waste. And so if I can find some creative things to do with zucchini, then I'm going to do it. So this is a great, great, great option to zucchini. Okay, so we're just going to take it and cut it into pineapple chunks. These are going to be very much like either kind of a cross between the chunks and the tidbits. So we don't want them too small or they'll get too mushy in the canning process, but we don't want them too large either. So kind of just a really good pineapple chunk size. All right, so I'm going to keep doing this. We're going to fill up jars as we go, and you know, kind of see how many. I don't want to peel too many zucchinis and not need them. So we're going to just fill up the jars as we go with this raw, uncooked zucchini, and then we're going to water bath can it. I think water bath canning is a great way to start canning. Now, you can't water bath can everything. It has to have some acidity to it. And we're going to put the acidity to it. The pineapple juice is going to have acidity, as well as we're going to add some lemon juice. So it's going to be fine for water bath canning. But it's less intimidating for those who may be a little bit intimidated at canning, but you want to start somewhere. This is a great, fun way to start. It's something fun, it's something unusual, it's something you can do so many different things with, and we'll talk about that when we come right back. That got me 2 jars, so I'm going to keep peeling and chunking up pineapples and I will meet you back right here as soon as I get all that done. Okay, so here's one who potentially has a little bit of seed. So I'm just going in here and just taking out kind of just the center portion like that, leaving that. We'll do the same thing here. Just going to kind of go in and just take out a little bit. You don't even have to take all of it out, just a little bit of that center portion. And I'm going to cut these two in half again. So this one's going to get cut into 8. This was a fairly big zucchini. And if I just do 4 jars, listen, you don't have to have the water bath canner for this. All you need is a good soup pot, something that will cover your jars with water, and you don't have to have anything fancy to do this. Anybody in a kitchen with a pot. Look, when I did my barbecue sauce, I used my water bath canner, but I had 2 jars left over. So it was half pints. So I did it in this little pot. You can water bath can in anything. So don't be intimidated, and don't think you can't do it, because you can. I believe in you. So we're just going to cut this up. I may only do, after I get this jar filled up, we may only have 3 or 4 jars. I have Benji, I have Judah, I have Levi. They're watching TV, so we may only get a little bit done, and that's okay, because we're going to have mock pineapple in just a minute. So I'm going to finish chunking this up. I did want to come back and show you how, if there's lots of big seeds in it, how I take them out. But I don't worry, I don't get them all out. See, there's definitely still some in there, and I'm totally fine with that. All right, so let me finish chopping. I'll bring you back in just a second. Okay, so we're going to do everything right in this jar. We're not going to make a syrup up ahead of time. There's no need, but you can if you want to. If you want to heat it on the stove, you can. So to each jar, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar to each jar. And if you're not doing sugar, you can use monk fruit, stevia, whatever your sweetener of choice is. You can add it right just like you would sugar, if it measures the same as sugar. I mean, I don't guess you would want 2 tablespoons of sweet and low. How many did I put in there? 1? That one may have extra sugar. Don't know. Now, to the sugar and the mock pineapple, we're going to add a tablespoon of lemon juice. And these are pints, by the way. These are not quarts or anything. These are pints. All right, so that's where a lot of our acidity is going to come from that makes this safe. Now listen, with all of my canning recipes, I don't even know what all the guidelines are. And so therefore, I just do what I've done for years and that I know is safe. So you do your own research. I took down a video, but I did put it back up probably yesterday. But it was because I did not make that disclaimer in it, so I wanted to add that in the front of it. But do your own research and know what is safe for you and what you are comfortable with. I've been canning for years. I know what I'm comfortable with. I know what I'm safe and what's always been safe for my family. So you do your own research. So now you want to take 100% pineapple juice and just fill this up with pineapple juice. And I go to the neck. Canning recipes will give you a headspace determination, but I usually just go to the neck, which means right under the rims. Zucchini is so versatile. It just takes on the flavor of anything. You could probably, I don't know, you could probably can it in some kind of apple juice and it take on, and you could make apple pie. Who knows? I don't know. Never tried that. All right, I'm going to get out my trusty dusty, not dusty, but trusty chopstick and just kind of make sure the bubbles are out. One of these was not quite full of, I believe it was this one. So I'm gonna take this piece of zucchini out and stick in there. There we go. That helped a little bit. All right, so now I'm gonna get my rings and my lids, and then we will be in the water bath canner. Now what I want to do before I put the lids and rings on is take some vinegar, and we're gonna wipe down the edge of the rim just to be sure no sugar or pineapple juice or anything sticky would impede the seal. Oh, I have a little one needing my attention. So let's hurry up and get this going so I can go get him a bottle. All right, so you know my favorite lids in the world are 4 jars. My discount code is in the description, as well as their link is down in the description. And go check them out. They're all the time running sales. I do think they have a summer sale going on now. So if you need some lids, now is the time to go check them out. They are my favorite lids. I would say almost 100, in fact, probably 100% seal rate. The only one I know that did not seal was my fault because the ring was on crooked. So, okay, let's get these in the water bath canner. Like I said, you guys do not have to use a water bath canner. You can do, if you're just getting 1 zucchini a day, you can do 1 zucchini jar in a little sauce pot. As long as the water covers the jar, you're good. So, but I'm doing 5 jars today. I usually like to fill up a canner, but it's not necessary. All right, now to fill this up with water. That's the last of my water going in. We're gonna turn it on. I'm gonna watch it. I always put a splash of water to keep my jars from getting foggy looking because of hard water. So I'm going to watch that, and once it comes to a boil, I'm going to set the timer for about 20 to 25 minutes, somewhere around there. Can y'all hear my sink? So we are going to just watch it, and we won't start timing it until it comes to a boil. So here is my beautiful canned pineapple, aka zucchini, and they turned out beautiful. It looks like pineapple chunks, right? So I got 5. Let me bring them. 5 jars of this beautiful mock pineapple, and that's how I labeled it. Oh, I didn't put the year. I need to put the year on these. Mock pineapples, how I wrote on it, calling it. I've taken the rings off, and they've all completely sealed. And that's I'm holding it by the lid, and these jar lids, I'm telling you, if you can a lot, you got to get these jar lids. Let me tell you, somebody asked me why I removed the rings. You're supposed to remove the rings after you can it, after it's sat, a while, and I like to leave it till the next morning, but whatever. But you remove the rings, and because you don't want it to rust to the jar. And 2, you can check the seals. You can notice any false seals a lot better with the rings removed. And you definitely don't want the rings to rust to your jar and you have to worry about getting them off. It is sealed. It is completely sealed. You don't need the ring at this point. So, how would I use this? So, let's talk about how I would use this. It could just sit in the refrigerator and be just a cool snack. This could also serve as, you could mix it in with like a chicken stir fry and make almost a Asian or Hawaiian type style dish with this. You could put it on some cottage cheese or Cool Whip and have it as pineapple. You could also do a 9x13. Hold on just a second. Sorry for that interruption. And I don't even know where I was at. But let me tell you one other thing you can do with it. You can use a 9x13. Do your brown sugar butter bottom on the bottom of the 9x13. Drain this. Sprinkle this out. Then put your cake on top. And have basically an upside down pineapple cake. Except it's not upside down. But you just don't have the pretty rings with the red cherries in them and stuff. But it still would taste the same and it would be delicious. So these are ways you can use this, and I've never done this before, so we're gonna see about this. We're gonna see if I like it. That's why I wasn't worried about doing too many jars, because I don't want to do too many jars if it's not going to be liked. But everybody I know who has done this and tried this loves it. And I have done the shredded zucchini in the pineapple juice, and it is wonderful. I use it. I drain it and use it to make my zucchini breads. I don't have to worry about going and getting a zucchini and shredding it or anything. I just open up one of my jars, drain it, and there I have my zucchini for a zucchini bread, and that works wonderful. So I know I love the shredded zucchini and pineapple flavors together. So I can't help but know that I'm going to enjoy this as well. So, all right. We shall see. All right. I will see you guys. Hang on. Let's walk to the garden real quick, and I'll come back and tell you bye. Hey, everyone. We are going to walk out to the garden, and we are in a heat wave here in the South. I know it's more states than North Carolina, but I am right now in central North Carolina, and it is hot. I didn't think it was possible for it to get too hot for me, but it's too hot. So hot I can't even get out into my garden because I do overheat. I've mentioned it before. I don't think I have a thermostat that works. I don't think my internal thermostat works because I freeze to death most of the time, 95% of the time. But the other 5%, I overheat. If it's hot, I overheat and can't do it. So, but I do want to come out here and see what this heat has done to my poor garden. I can't get out here, so what I'm going to do is enlist the family for either Saturday evening, probably Saturday evening, and we're all going to come out here and do a picking blitz. But I do want to walk out here. It's morning time. It's hot. It's already hot. It's already in the 80s. So I'm just going to go out here and see how bad it is, and then kind of get my mind wrapped around it, and then we'll be ready to pick Saturday evening, hopefully. So let's go take a look. Another reason I wanted to come out here and look is because yesterday I looked out into the yard, and there sat a groundhog. And other than the deer, the one culprit who has hurt my garden the most is a groundhog. And so I saw one yesterday. So I wanted to come out here and just see if he's done any damage out here yet or not. Because he can get in. The deer can't get in that I know of, but he can get in. Well, guys, my purple hull peas are producing, although you can't see them for the weeds, but they are producing. That's exciting. And I do have squash ready to be picked and some past ready. Tomatoes are getting huge, but I don't see any red ones yet. That one fell. Oh my. Let's just keep walking. Look, there's one about to turn. Tomatoes are looking great. I see some okra pods starting. Green beans definitely need picking like ASAP. Yep, we need to get out here. I may come out first thing in the morning, maybe, if I can get out here at like 6. I don't know. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Yes, I need to get out here. Jalapenos are looking great. My green beans actually look absolutely beautiful. So we got to get out here and pick fast. Well, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for joining. Listen, you don't want to miss tomorrow's video. We're making another homemade ice cream. It's going to be delicious. We're going to make a coffee flavor. But I'm going to tell you, if you don't like coffee, how you can make it into another flavor. So we're going to just do that in a little bit, and you'll see that on tomorrow's video. So I'm going to sign out for now. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. Bye, y'all.